I've got a archery target and backstop right here that I have made. And the whole purpose of this apparatus is if somebody lives in town in a neighborhood or subdivision or something and they want to shoot their bow, they need something behind their target that's going to stop their arrows. They don't want their arrows flying into their neighbor's yard, or in my case, I'm out in the country. I like to take this thing out to my deer camp and I shoot a recurve bow a lot. Sometimes I shoot from way back and I don't want to miss this target, and you know, if the arrow hits this, that saves me from having to go behind it and look out in the brush for it. But this rubber mat is just about bulletproof. I didn't come up with this. I've heard of guys using these forever, but this is a heck of an idea. It works really, really good. Let me show you about what I've got in this. I buy these rubber mats from Tractor Supply. This is a horse stall mat, and it's 4 by 6 foot by 3/4 of an inch thick. And I cut about a foot and a half off the bottom of that thing, and paid $42 for it. And this will literally last you a lifetime. You know, you're not using this as a target. This is your backstop. And you hang your target on the front, but it will stop an arrow. When if your arrow passes through the target and hits it, it's going to stop it. You know, if you miss the target, it's going to stick in just a little bit or bounce off, but it is a good backstop. You know, these basically, this is just a big sawhorse. You can make a hanger for this thing any way you want. I made this thing semi-portable so I can take it out to my deer camp. But these are sawhorse brackets. I paid 15 bucks for these from Lowe's, so I can just break this down, put it in the back of my truck, and you know, this whole part lays flat. These come off and these fold up flat. I've got one at home that's permanently mounted that I have not cut down. I've got several of these on there. You know, I've got a huge wall. I've got a lot of people, kids, and you know, lots of inexperienced people shooting, and it just stops all the arrows, and it saves people from having to lose arrows in the brush back behind it. So it really works well for that. What this is a compressed bale. And I think that's straw. I got that from Tractor Supply. I paid 21 bucks for that. It's not like a regular hay bale. It's got bands around it, and it has been compressed, so it really slows an arrow down. And if you're shooting, you know, a really, really, really strong bow and you're worried about it going in too deep, you can put a ratchet strap around this thing, big heavy duty ratchet strap, and crank it more, and it'll tighten that thing even more to stop arrows. But you know, 50 to 70 pound bow as it is, no problem. What'll happen is as you shoot, the arrows will start going through, and you'll hear a thud behind, and they're super easy to pull out. But you can shoot this thing over and over, probably several thousand shots. Once it finally does tear up on you, just throw it away and buy you a new one. I go through tons of styrofoam targets, just tearing them up, and you know, I got tired of spending so much money on them, and I get much better life out of these, and definitely get much better life for the money. One thing about this, it's got a heavy-duty plastic on it, and if you can keep the rain out of this, it's going to last a whole lot longer. You know, if you start shooting it up just really bad, you can put saran wrap around that thing, or at Lowe's they've got some kind of clear packing stuff you can wrap around there, and you know, it'll hold it all together and keep the water off. Heck, you can put a tin roof over it if you wanted to. But this, you know, for the money, is a really good target. Sometimes I'll even shoot broadheads at this. It will work for broadheads. If I'm going to shoot them, I shoot a 2-blade. You don't want to shoot a 3-blade or a 4-blade, and you definitely don't want to shoot a mechanical broadhead at that. It'll tear that up, and it's really hard to get those things out. But if you'll shoot 2-blade at it, you can get them out of there. I've got a little eye bolt on top. You know, if you want to shoot a foam target, you know, you can, different kind of targets, you can just hang them up there like I've got right here. But like I said, I made this thing for my deer camp. It's semi-portable. You really need 2 guys because this thing is a lot heavier than it looks. You know, I usually wind up doing this by myself, but it's a lot easier if you've got 2 people to set this up. But give this thing a try. I think you'll like it.